think that's what she wants to do. All right. Ready? And good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, September the 7th, 2021. We welcome you here this evening. Glad that you are with us. Beautiful day here in Lenoir today. It was nice temperature out there. Hope you enjoyed it. So as we normally do, we'll get started in a few minutes with a moment of silence, and we will remain standing while we're up for our Pledge of Allegiance. As we go to that time, I would like to ask you to, as we go to our moment of silence in your prayers, to keep praying for our community in every possible way you can as we continue to struggle with our COVID-19 and the things that are going on in our community as our hospital continues to work to find space for patients and do the things that we need to do. I know that everyone is working hard and very tired right now. We appreciate all our frontline workers, of course, our police and our fire and EMS and all those doctors, nurses. We appreciate all they're doing right now, and we hope that things will continue to move in the right direction. We encourage everyone.
This meeting is being recorded.
Thank you. We encourage everyone to continue to wear masks when they're certainly inside as much as possible, and also to be vaccinated. You need to. That's the only ways that we have right now to fight this pandemic that we're continuing to go through as we move forward. So we will ask for your prayers for all of those in the community as we look forward to reaching those better days in the near future. So now, if you will, please rise and let's have a moment of silence and remain standing for our pledge. Thank you. We salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight we will start with a couple of very special recognitions. We're getting ready to have a time of honoring and remembering that. We're going to start. The first one tonight is a special recognition for Constitution Day and Constitution Week. I'm going to ask Diana Hale if you will come up and join me. Diana is...
I did have my vaccination.
Okay. Very good. Diana is the with the Daughters of the American Revolution. Are you the head of that?
No, I chair this committee and the other committee, but Jeannie's going to accept.
Okay.
Constitution Day, so she's accepting it, really.
Okay. Well, come up. Come up. Both of you come up, please. Thank you both for being with us, and that as we will start out first. Let me start out with this one. I've got the wrong one right here. Let's start out. This is a proclamation in honor of Constitution Week, which is coming up a little bit later in the month, but since this is our only council meeting before that, we wanted to go ahead and do that tonight. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government in a republic dedicated to rule by law. And whereas September the 17th, 2021, marks the 234th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designating the week of September 17th through September 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, as mayor of the city of Lenoir, and on behalf of the Lenoir City Council and of all the citizens, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through September 23rd, 2021 as Constitution Week in the city of Lenoir, and urge all citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privilege of being an American with all of the rights and responsibilities this privilege affords. This is the 7th day of September 2021. Thank you all.
Kind of exciting too, because we have 4 5-foot constitutions that will be at every high school and at both colleges.
Hey, very good.
So
That's very
we're
good.
trying to grow the program.
There we go.
Thank
Present that
you.
to you. If you'd like to make any comment, and we'll shoot a picture of that, if you would, if we
Now,
will.
last year you did mask off just for the picture. What do you want to do this year?
Let's do them all. Council's shaking their head. We'll do that. Council will be back behind us. Be right here.
Actually, Mayor, you step on the side, put the ladies together, and then,
That'd be good.
and, yeah, there you go. And then hold up the, there you go.
You see everybody?
I can. Let's see. Council in the back, take a step this way, to your right. Everybody, take a step to the right. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, cheese. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Let me try a couple without the flash. I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Somebody did make a picture.
And this one is super special to me.
Yes. And tonight, we have another very special recognition, one that marks a very tragic and terrible time in our world as we mark this year the 20th anniversary of September 11th, 2001. Tonight, we will keep a remembrance of that, and we have a special proclamation so that we can remember that time in our history, which was so terrible. This is the 20th anniversary of September the 11th, 2001. Whereas hijackers, I'm going to read this with us now. Hijackers took control of our 4 airliners taking off from the Boston, Washington, D.C., and Newark airports on September the 11th, 2001, that led to the most ruthless terrorist attack on American soil in its history. And whereas 2,983 innocent men, women, and children lost their lives, and over 6,000 people were injured in the September 11th, 2001 attacks of the World Trade Center Twin Towers, Flight 93, and the Pentagon. And whereas we all remember exactly where we were on the morning of September the 11th, 2001, let us pray we never experience that terror again, and always remember our mutual responsibility to ensure justice is done, freedom prevails, and our founding principles permeate through our great land. And whereas the world, not just America, was forever changed as a result of September 11th, 2001 and its aftermath. And whereas by a joint resolution approved December the 18th, 2001, which is Public Law 107-89, our United States Congress ordained September 11th of each year as Patriot Day. And by law, Public Law 111-13, approved April 21st of 2009, September 11th was designated as National Day of Service and Remembrance. And whereas on this National Day of Service and Remembrance and the 20th anniversary of September 11th attacks, a goal was set of 20 million voluntary good deeds to honor and remember our fallen victims, first responders and others, as well as to build unity and goodwill here in the United States. Let us go out and enrich our communities across the city of Lenoir and Caldwell County, and realize we can strengthen our nation to meet the challenges in this 22nd century. But it begins first here in our town, in our own communities where we live and function. And whereas we experienced great chaos and sadness on September the 11th, 2001, we also beheld great and countless feats of heroism, selflessness, and unfathomable compassion. And whereas we pledge to continue the legacy of those innocent victims and first responders' courage and compassion, and to move forward together in unity as one people, regardless of nationality, gender, and beliefs. And whereas all Americans are encouraged to display the flag at half-staff from their homes, schools, and businesses on September the 11th, 2021, and whereas all houses of worship, schools, homeowners, and facilities are encouraged to ring their bells at least 6 times at 8:46 a.m. the morning of September the 11th, 2021. Therefore, let us ring the bells on this September 11th, 2021 at 8:46 to remember those who lost their lives 20 years ago and give thanks to our brave first responders who risked their lives that day and several days afterwards. Let us reaffirm the spirit of patriotism, service, and unity we experienced in the days and months that followed September the 11th, 2001. Now, therefore, I, as mayor of the city of Lenoir, North Carolina, and on behalf of the Lenoir City Council, encourage all citizens throughout the city of Lenoir and Caldwell County to reflect on this National Day of Service and Remembrance and the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks in order to proclaim honor and respect of all those who lost their lives during this terrible tragedy. This, the 7th day of September, 2021.
We've been working with all the fire departments, and we're taking store-bought goods over to them, and then we've written a tribute for them. And they're actually going to be climbing, and it started in 2005, 110 flights of steps, which is the equivalent of what was at the World Trade Center. So since we don't have the steps to climb, we've been encouraging the community to do 2,226 steps or 2 miles in honor of those that lost their lives. And I hope we never, ever have anything like
I
this.
certainly agree with you 100%. Thank you. We present that to you. And we will do a picture for that as well.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize we're getting both of them. Let's-
Yeah. We'll do them both.
Yeah, probably.
You can leave that.
Yeah, we'll bring them.
Right. Who's gonna know what's in the hand?
A little different down front.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, cheese, without the flash. Thank you.
Thank you. Thoughts, you need any pictures?
I'm good.
Okay.
And then, can you send the letter to me?
Of course. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
I bet he never thought when he was reading in second grade, he'd be reading that much. Your turn.
Thank you all for being with us this evening for that. Diana, I guess we'll plan a September 17th meeting at the Charters of Freedom.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. We will meet at the Charters of Freedom to celebrate Constitution Day. So invite everyone, if you can, to come out and join us for.
And then we just set up a table at the fairgrounds, and so we did an invitation to anyone that walks by.
Okay.
And I've been praying for no rain since the last 2 years we've had rain.
Well, let's hope we don't. Thank you again for being with us. Now let me back up real quick because I need to do a roll call since we didn't do that for a little bit quicker, but we'll go ahead and do that now. And I will start with the council members that are here this evening. Of course, I'm here as mayor. Chrissy Thomas, our mayor pro tem, is here. Jonathan Beal, council members Jonathan Beal, Ike Perkins, Ralph Presswood, David Stevens, Ben Willis are all with us. Council member Todd Perdue, I think, is on Zoom.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir, thank you. Our city attorney, TJ Rohr, is with us. Our city manager, Scott Hildebrand, is here. And our communications director, Joshua Harris, is here. Our city clerk, Shirley Cannon, is on Zoom. Our department heads, Fire Chief Ken Hare and our Parks and Recreation Director Kenny Story are with us, and others that are on Zoom. Donna Bean, our Finance Director.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Economic Development Director Kaylin Horn.
I'm here.
Thank you. Police Chief Brent Phelps.
Here.
Our Public Utilities Director Radford Thomas.
He said here, but he was muted.
Okay. He was muted. Our Planning Director Jenny Wheelock.
I'm here.
Thank you. And our Public Works Director Jared Wright.
I'm here.
Thank you. Did I leave anyone out? I don't think so. Thank you. Appreciate you all being with us tonight. So we will move on then to, we do not have matters scheduled for public hearing this evening, so we'll move to our consent agenda items, which consist of items A through F. Item A are minutes of the City Council meeting of Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. Item B are minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of Tuesday, August 24th. Item C is the proclamation for Constitution Week, which we just had just a minute ago, of the week of September 17th through the 23rd. Item D is the proclamation for the National Day of Service and Remembrance and the 20th anniversary of September the 11th for the attacks. Item E is an authorizing resolution. This is for the Findlay Area Water System Improvements Project. This would be to authorize an application for a state loan/grant assistance for improvements to the Findlay Area Water System Improvements Project as submitted. Item F is a resolution for the adoption of the FY21-2022 Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund Capital Improvements Plan. This would be to adopt that 2021-2022 Water and Sewer Fund Capital Improvements Plan is updated for the fiscal year of 2021-2022 budget and is included in the budget ordinance that was adopted by City Council June 1st, 2021. So those are the items A through F. If there's anyone who'd like to discuss it, if not, we'll ask for a motion on the items.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept the consent agenda items A through F as presented.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Stevens makes a motion to vote for the consent agenda items A through F as presented. No other discussion or questions. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And on the Zoom?
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Aye.
Thank you, and that is, carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, we will move on then to requests and petitions of any citizens. Most everyone is with us in the room, our council members and staff, so I don't know of anybody. Joshua, we have anything you want?
I mean, I can come up and talk.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll move on. We do not have reports of our boards and commissions this evening, so we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mayor, Council, tonight the only items we have information items. The first one is Lenoir Tourism Development Authority will conduct a virtual meeting on Thursday, September 9th at 4 p.m. The Lenoir Business Advisory Board will meet virtually on Thursday, September 9th at 6 p.m. The annual Sculptural Festival will be held on Saturday, September 11th, 9 a.m. at T.H. Brohill Walking Park. The annual NCDOT Fall Litter Sweep begins on Saturday, September 11th, ends on Saturday, September 25th. Additional information can be obtained from ncdot.gov. The City County Service Committee will meet on Monday, September 13th at noon at the Community College. The Caldwell County Economic Development Commission will meet on Tuesday, September 14th, 8 a.m. I don't know yet if that's a virtual meeting or in person. The ABC Board will meet virtually on Thursday, September 16th, 2 p.m. And lastly, the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board will meet on Monday, September 20th, 6 p.m. at Mulberry Rec Center. And that's all I have for you this evening, unless there's questions.
Okay, is there any questions for Mr. Hildebrand concerning the items of information?
Mr. Hildebrand, we have our own sweep in addition to the DOT?
At this time, we haven't coordinated that.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. It'll be the, we're doing our sweep
He's trying to-
tentatively on the 22nd.
He's trying to get employees round up for that now, but.
Is that September 22nd?
September
Confirmed?
22nd.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know that last year was a very successful event.
Spring.
Actually, spring, that's right, it was spring, wasn't it? We did it, yeah. It wasn't that far long ago.
They're probably crashing.
That's for sure.
What'd you say?
Some picked up more than others.
And that's September 22nd.
Wednesday.
September 22nd, okay. We'll get more information on that.
There's that one we
Thank
got
you.
to go. There's
Any other items that anyone would like to discuss or bring up during this time? All right, we'll move on then to report and recommendation of our city attorney, Mr. Ward.
Nothing, thank you.
Nothing? Okay, thank you, sir. And I do have a couple of board appointments to recommend to you this evening. These were presented first to you at our August 17th council meeting for your consideration. And first one is a reappointment to the Lenoir Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, Mr. Rick Pierce, for a 2-year term. Rick has been serving on that board and has done a great job and would like to continue his service there. And the second one would be a new appointment to the Lenoir Tourism Development Authority to Mr. Jesse Plaster. This would be for a 4-year term on that board. Mr. Plaster, of course, is involved with the, what do you call those things? The
apartments.
Airbnb, thank you.
Yeah.
I never can think of that for some reason. There has Airbnb and other units, so he fits a lot of the criteria to be a part of our Tourism Development Authority. So I present those to you for your consideration.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion we approve your nominees as presented.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Willis that we approve the recommendations for Parks and Recreation and the Lenoir Tourism Development Authority and Mr. Pierce and Mr. Plaster. If there's no other discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And on Zoom?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. And that carries unanimously. Appreciate that. We will contact those about their service. We appreciate all those who serve on our boards. We have some great members that serve on our boards, and we're very appreciative of their involvement with that. So a lot of good things are happening in our community because of the work that they do working with us. So we appreciate that. All right, is there any report or recommendations from any of our council members? Anything that you'd like to bring before the council tonight? All right, hearing none. Is there anything else at all? Last call. All right, nothing else to come before us. We stand adjourned.